So everyone went on vacation at this point, so they should be coming back very shortly here. And at this point, we can go ahead and prepare for making a new game. Actually, we got some good types of subjects at this point. So now we have sci-fi, which I generally like sci-fi games. They're great. In fact, let's go ahead and have him research another topic as well. Post-apocalyptic. Alright, let's actually go ahead and do the publishing deal. There's nothing that really stands out. Yeah, let's go ahead and just build our own then. Or we could develop a sequel. Let's go ahead and make a sequel for our old shovelware game, which was a pirate adventure. We can call this Shovelware 2. Which will again be a pirate adventure game, except for in a more updated system here. So let's go to the PlayStation and the Delta 3D graphics. So storing quest, I believe will probably be more on the design side, so we'll just leave him there. So these will come up every so often. Some really dedicated fans of the Three Bears, which was an old game that we did from the previous one of the previous videos. It was quite unbearable. Have created a fan game using a lot of the material from our game. Basically, they don't make any money with it, and they just want to see if they can get some information from us. So basically, they're making games for this, but it's not making them really any money, and they just want to make these different games for our fans. Basically, the ups and downside of here, if you stop them, you'll make a little bit more money. If you let them be, you'll get a little more fans. So we'll just stick with a little more fans. Because the money won't be that much, it's almost really not worth it in the end. In fact, let's go ahead and market this. So we'll do magazines and demos, because we really want to make sure that this game will be a little more successful as well. So they're really grateful about the fact that we didn't crack down on them. And in this case, we gain 1,300 followers. Not a whole lot, but again, it's more about long term as compared to just screwing everybody when you can. So for dialogue, we're going to put someone with a bit of design on it. For level design, let's go and throw him on here. And then for the AI, we're going to put someone with a lot more tech on it. And let's go ahead and make another small booth. We do want to cut costs until we make another big game. Some other big game that's going to sell really, really well. And thus far, we haven't had a whole lot of success in the last game or two, so we'll probably want to cut down expenses a little bit. So we're going to do game design up, graphics about half, and then Since we're on the stage 3, I may go ahead. Yeah, as I stretch them out a little bit, I don't know if it'll count against us as far as management goes, but 101% is not as bad as, say, 120 or 130. So, got about 72,000 rounded up. Which will again hopefully increase our hype just a little bit. Try to get a couple more points of technology and design. Before the hype starts to fade, so now we can do multiplayer games in stereo sound. So basically they want to do some renovation, and we're probably going to do this even though we really should probably cut cost, but we're also about to get our game sold very shortly here. And hopefully the rating's at least decent. 7 plus would be good. In this case, so far 9. So 9s should give us a good bit of money. It's not going to be quite as awesome as a bunch of 10s go, but 9s are still fairly good. But see, this is going to get us a bit more money again, which is kind of what we were needing, was to get a decent break again, and then see, so, and since that was in a news article, hopefully this will go up a little bit higher. So, not too bad. In fact, let's try to make one more game before we send them all on vacation again. We will go with a post-apocalyptic world we'll call Fallout 1. So we plan on making sequels in the future on it, and we will make this an RPG. Alright, so story and quests are going to be important. Gameplay is also going to be fairly important. The engine, not so much. So, we want to make sure that someone with a good design, probably going to put him on it. We may just throw him on the engine as well. That'll cap him off so we can't use him any further. Then for actual gameplay, let's go ahead and put Derek on that one. Alright, so we want to take him off. Well, Angel off. So we're going to have to put someone else into dialogue. Don't want to throw her in dialogue. We'll throw my person in dialogue then. Let's bring it to about there then. Actually, let's bring it to 55. And then from there, let's get some of these other people working. Alright, so I'm going to have to take myself off of a few of these. So, let's put him there. Now I'll throw myself into graphics. So basically another interview. So in a post-apocalyptic RPG, they're trying to figure out whether or not AI would be more important or dialogues. So I think on this one it might be dialogue since it's more of the RPG setup. But they'll probably tell us very shortly if we made a good or bad decision. Let's go and get some magazines and demos out there. In this case, the industry professionals agree. So again, that's going to hopefully boost sales just a little bit. So Shovelware 2, that generated us 4.4 million. Well, closer to 4.3. And so it's definitely not too bad. So we're going to clear up some of these bugs. And lastly, we will see what our ratings were. So for the first Fallout, not the most ideal. So an average of 6. So not too bad. So at this point, I will go ahead and pretty much stop it here. We will pick up with a few more videos in the near future. And I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching. You have a great day.